Hey everybody, I'm a few minutes late, but come on in. I hope you can join me tonight. We're gonna hang out and try a few things. I kind of see in the corner here. I've got the turntable, so we're gonna play around with this today. Right now I'm setting up the canvases. I have 4 6x6s. Mm, it took a moment longer because I know it was like what 2 weeks ago when we had a new setup. Well, I've got a new setup again, so I was excited. I've got everything. I think I've got everything here that we're gonna need. I'm putting the tape on the canvas right now. That way it can catch the drippings on the back. I'm actually gonna slide this over a little bit. That way it's more center for you guys. Maybe right there would be good. All right. Okay. So this is gonna be different for me as far as the canvas size and to see if this will actually allow me to keep a pattern or to stretch the pattern without losing some of the details. So that's what the lazy Susan is supposed to help us with. So yeah, if you're coming in, say hi. Let me know you're watching or hanging out with me tonight. I hope you guys are all enjoying your weekend. It was super warm last weekend and it cooled down again this weekend. So I don't know if any of you were out or if you stayed home. Either way, I hope you had a good day. These canvases actually have the sides that have a little bit of width on it or depth. So see that the bottom part is what I'm covering, but we're gonna have the sides covered as well. So this is gonna be pretty neat. The colors, I think you guys will be excited because I moved away from the usual colors that I get with the Artist Loft. You know, the teal, blue, purple, and silver that I usually get. I don't know why I like picking out the same. Like I have to make sure that the thumbtacks I use are the same color. I don't think it really matters because in the end, I'm gonna eventually go through all the thumbtacks and they're all gonna be covered in pink. But I don't know. I think it's just like socks, you know, you try and keep them paired together as long as you can. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But anyway, here's one of the little canvases. Again, these are 6x6s, so they're a lot smaller. And you guys can take a look at the colors we have to use tonight. I have deco art. So this is again already pre-mixed or ready to pour. We have played with this brand before. This is when I made that very teal green kind of color painting. It was a large canvas. So if you guys were here with me for that, this is the same brand we used. So this is lavender. What was this blue one? Uh, tropical blue, lavender, blue violet. This one looks really pretty. I like this one. And this one too, true blue, and true red. So these are my three favorite colors. You guys already know it's hard for me to decide or pick between blue and blue and red make purple. So all those three usually end up being together for me. And then I have some like fluorescent type colors. This is coral, but it's like a fluorescent orange. I have bright yellow, which is like a fluorescent yellow, and what is this? Chartreuse. It looks like it's a really turtle green kind of color, lime green color. So I have got 4 canvases here. Whoever's hanging out, I was thinking of doing like maybe 3 color combos with this same set of paints, so that they kind of look the same, but they have different colors, or we can keep them all the same color scheme. I'm basically just trying to play with the turntable and find out what it does or how it stretches our pattern. So I'm not too concerned about the colors. If anybody's out there that wants to pick their favorite colors, we can do that. Otherwise, I'll just pick random colors and start pouring. If you're new to the channel, welcome and say what's up. This is a live. You're hanging out with me. I'm going to be showing you all the steps, which is why we're hanging out right now. I'm just talking away about what we're going to be doing as we set up the canvases. So if you're not a beginner and you're already familiar with this, then you can skip ahead. Or if you're just here to hang out, that's fine too. You create while I create. All right. So, next. I'm gonna fight my urge to get the measurements because I need to get set. Oh, I have my music on too, so hopefully Facebook won't keep me on. I'm gonna lower it down a little bit just in case. Just in case. I think I like these colors over here, these four. Maybe some yellow. Here. Red, orange, and blue. Orange and blue are contrast. So those two to get those pastel colors look nice. I think I'm gonna work with these 6 colors. Since I don't have anybody singing. We're out of tape. So I'm gonna do 2 with these colors. And 2 with the other 2. There's actually more needed than I thought. Okay, there we go. There's that one. Okay, we've got one more left, and we'll be off painting. The moment we've all been waiting for all week. No, I'm just kidding. I used to, when I first started my YouTube channel, I used to wait until Saturdays to create, or I would look forward to creating with you guys on Saturday. But now that I'm learning more things, and I know that you guys like the painting more than junk journaling, so sometimes I'll junk journal on my own throughout the week, or journal. There's different ways. I think last week I was telling you guys that my creativity was coming out through my writing last week, or the week before, I should say. And this week, I did some junk journaling. I created or recreated my space in my house, so that was fun. I've rearranged my house again. In the past year, I think I've rearranged at least more than 5 times, at least. because I've been working from home and I need to change the scenery. So changing up the furniture or moving things around kind of helps, at least for now. And like I said, 2 weeks ago, or about 2 weeks ago, right? I had a new setup for the studio and where I was filming from. But I finally got some lighting. I got that set up, and I needed a bigger space so that it would be easier for me to have everything together. Um, it seems to work out. Seems to have worked out nice. I like the setup so far. There we go. Okay, there we go. We've got all 4 canvases taped and ready. There's my tool from last time. I didn't clean it, so I've got some paint stuff stuck on. Okay, so let's see. 4 canvases. I'm just making sure that my tape is pushed down so that the paint doesn't leak under. And keep it clean as much as possible. You have to remember that this is gonna help us, but it's not gonna prevent all the tape, all the paint from leaking under. So just FYI, we try, but perfection is gonna become a block if you're trying to make sure that everything is just right. So you see there's some tape that's not covered here, but I'm still fine, right? So we've got that. I think I'm gonna do 2 cups. 1 cup with the purple, orange, and blue, and then one with the pastel type colors, the turquoise, purple, and yellow. Might even do these colors together right here. These 2 and a purple maybe, or a blue. So yeah, these look nice. Okay, so what were the first 3? Here the first 3. Okay. So I've already got 4. We've got the 4 planned out with just these 6 bottles of paint. If you're paying attention or if you caught that. So the first painting will have the blue, purple, and orange. And then I'll have another one with these pastel colors. And then we'll have another one swapped out this purple for this here. I think that's basically what I did, huh? I just swapped the purple and the yellow for this color scheme. All right. And these are new, so I'm gonna have to open them up. Right in case. Orange. It's like a peach kind of color, salmon, but it's called coral. So this is the same brand that I'm sorry, you guys. It's just going on. I guess just talking off the top of my head. There's a lot of But this is the brand with the paint that's a little more thinner, so it runs faster, which is good because we'll be able to cover our canvas. And I realize now that I put thumbtacks on the bottom of the canvas that we may not have needed them, but we'll see because we're introducing this guy here, the turntable. These guys off to the side here. And with the smaller canvases, it actually gives us more room to work with. I like this. So put that to the side. Yellow open. My clothes are a little too big for my hands. Oh, so I went into the automotive section and I found out that their paper towels are cheaper. and the regular paper towels that you buy for your house. And these are super absorbent, so I made sure to grab a few of these. Keep my space clean as much as possible. Okay, there we go. What are we at? 15 minutes in, and let's get to it. For those of you that are hanging out and have been watching since the beginning and made it this far, thank you for your patience. So let's get to it. I'm actually gonna put this silicone mat on here. I don't know if it's gonna help me or hurt me as far as having this on here. I know it may help with catching the paint. We might have splatter, so that's one thing that I should have prepared for. I do have something. Box kind of shaped out here so that it won't get all over everything so much. Hopefully. I'm actually gonna take this off because it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. So it's gonna get on that. Yes. Like this. Like fondant. You put on the cake. Okay, so get out the way. Okay. I'm gonna use blue as the main color because I want it to mix with the purple, and I like that it's contrast to orange. So it's a lot of blue. Oh, it's more like a coral, so it's gonna be a little different. But still, and it's some purple here. Okay. Some blue. Okay, so I've got it here. Oh, sorry. Let me scoot this up forward so you guys can see. Is that better? There you go. That might be better. And then I'm going to direct it this way. Oh, that's pretty neat. So you see how it's got that pattern there? I don't want to keep that. Okay, so let's see if it'll actually keep that pattern. What we're going to do is spin this. I'm hoping that the silicone doesn't lag. It does. It's pushing everything around. But do you see how it keeps my pattern? I was gonna say, you see how it keeps my pattern from stretching or from getting mixed up, but it fell off. And I'm not even mad. Do you see this pattern? I'm actually gonna see if we can stretch it. But I think I may have lost some of my paint there. And I don't know if it's gonna spread anymore. Got a hair bubble. Yeah, I'm gonna need to add more paint. I'm gonna come on the outside here. First attempt, fail, fail. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remove the thumbtacks. And I hope when you guys are painting and creating that you allow yourself to have some fun. I think someone else may, that kind of situation can bother somebody who may be intimidated, um, who spent a lot of money on supplies and doesn't have enough paint. We're trying to work with what we've got. It may cause some challenges by flipping over like it did. But in our case tonight, we have extra paint and I'm able to work it out. So got some purple. I'm gonna add some more blue because the purple kind of dominated on this side. All right. Okay. So now I'm gonna spin it, but I'm not sure how much we're gonna get. Yeah, it's this drag. It's causing drag. Put this over here. It won't let me do the thing. Okay, so this is helping, but it's causing the drag as it spins. So, what are we gonna do? What else can I do to keep it on that plate? I'm gonna fold this in. It looks like a rose on this side right here. It spreads the paint though. It does what it's supposed to. The challenge here is just keeping it on the turntable, having enough paint. I like it though. Do you remember the merry-go-round? You try to push your friends faster and faster. Or were you guys not mean to each other like we were? Okay, there we go. It's covered the entire canvas. Our same pattern just stretched out. So that's awesome. And you can see it's starting to fall off the sides or drip off the sides. That's what we want. I don't think I need to worry about the cardboard box because we don't have that much paint flying around. It was the painting itself that was flying around. Okay. So if anybody has a black light, this type of design would look really pretty. Let's see what else can we do with this pattern. I've got my comb here. I'll put some of this blue. Make a swirl. I like how that comes over too. This on. This is pretty neat where it fell over and kissed the table. This flower-like pattern that it came up with. So I like it. Yeah, he doesn't really care too much for the size. So what I'm gonna do later is when this dries, I'll just let it drip on its own and then go back with a paintbrush and then paint the sides. Or you could paint the sides before you pour your paint, and that will help too. So I'm just gonna put this over here to the side. I'm gonna keep the thumbtack on the next one because when I do get it off of this here, I want to make sure that it dries without getting stuck to the mat. Okay, so this next one is gonna be the pastel colors with the purple, turquoise, and yellow. And I think I want yellow to be my main color, happy color. Right and happy. That's good right there, right? You can see everything clearly. Okay, now to show you guys that it does stretch the pattern, I'm gonna make this a little bit more. And I'm gonna come in with the purple or turquoise next. Purple, that one. See my see the turquoise. Looks like a little spaceship or Saturn. And then clean off that little knife here or my tool. Okay, so we've kind of got a pattern there. I am a little hesitant now. Earlier, I was just careless. Then I was like so confident. I was spinning it like crazy when it fell off. So I'm just gonna do it nicely because I do know it still spreads the pink. It's still gonna get the job. If I chill. Okay, so let's see how I can keep this. Okay, try again. Here we go again. I just gotta keep doing it slowly, I guess. And let it do its thing. But it's lopsided now. Instead, I need more paint. Do you think so? Okay. I'm gonna add some more. Design within a design. Goes. Let me look at this. Oh, make sure it's six. It's actually creating a swirl on the paint itself. I don't know if you can tell. Probably not because it's spinning, but if you notice, the paint is starting to create like a swirl. I really want to spin it faster, but I'm still scared that it's gonna go flying off. Meanwhile, somebody else is probably watching. This is taking forever. Let's help it out. Let's help it out. Come down to this corner. come down to this corner here. Might need some more pink. This canvas is thicker than my usual. Ooh, I like the colors though. This is kind of like like a Dr. Seuss kind of theme. You know how we've got the different colors for his characters. At least that's what it's reminding me of. This is so much cooler than the last one. And I like that the sides are wider because normally when we tip the pour paint and we start losing some of that pattern off the side, on this it actually carries all the way down, so we have a painting on multiple sides. It's pretty cool. All the other sides still have more paint to strip off. This side's kind of got like a guac color going on. My turquoise and yellow have mixed together. Look at it. You see that guacamole? All right. Let me get this off. And do you see this mess I made over here? I can't believe that happened. It's just flipped over. This looks pretty though. It's still dripping off the side. Actually, let me use some of this paint and help it over here. Since that was crazy. And actually, what I'm gonna do is just perfect. That looks better than my fingers touching all the sides. I know some of you might not agree with this, but guess what? I'm doing it. Okay, so at least now it'll help it drip off the side. There's that. There's my Dr. Seuss. All right. I'm gonna help myself out a little bit. Okay, I'm back. I had to grab some new gloves because those ones are just crazy. Even for me, I always get messy. That was super, super crazy. All right, so for the next colors, what did we say? I was gonna swap out the purple and the yellow and get our next scheme. color schemes. Center. As center as I can get it, as sturdy as I can get it. Okay, so this one, I had a lot of coral in the last painting or the first painting. I like the yellow in the last one. Blue is pretty dominant in the other as well. So I think I will go with the yellow first, like I did this last. Yellow circle. And blue in the middle. And then on the outside. Some yellow center. Haha. You guys are really just hanging out with me because I just realized that I'm totally being myself. I forgot that there's a camera. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. Okay, now there we go. Now we're cooking. Actually, we're painting. Sorry. Spin this around, spin this around. There it goes. I love it. Almost there. I love it. I think this one's my favorite just because the technique, I wasn't scared no more. Made it happen. And the colors just look so cool. Now this would probably look really cool in the black light. There's like a sun thing over here, starburst. There's like a pig snout right here. Do that because I'm gonna I just put my napkin in the last one. Oops. Okay. Spinning it some more. Just to spread it, because when I tilt it, the pattern changes. Let's spin it out. Find a place to spin it that's not slippery. And that's not gonna. I think that's it. I think it's as good as it's gonna get. I'm just gonna put paint on the outside edges so that way it'll fall off the sides, hopefully. Oops. I wanted to keep some of that green. And I pushed it off. There we go. I gotta get this blue and yellow to mix over here. There we go. Once you get used to your own tools and your breath and how much pressure you need to actually blow and get it to move, or where you gotta point it to, it's nice because you get to create patterns with it too, just from blowing your breath. Your breath is hard. Your fingers are a tool. Your breath is a tool. I really like this one. I love how the colors mix together. And we had enough that it came off to the sides, and that also created a cool painting as well. So you see how this kind of gets it character, dripping off the sides. I like it. I think I like this one most so far. All right, so I'm gonna move this to the side. It's up here a little bit. Oh, look at this. Look at that little painting. I don't know if I want to, shoot, how am I going to keep this? That's going to be too good to ruin. I mean, for the sake of that little piece. You guys see it? It's got like a ring pour. It dripped off this last painting. So I'm actually going to put that to the side and let it dry. And once it dries, I'll keep it off and use it on my junk journal. I don't want to waste it. And what I should have done a long time ago is what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this napkin instead of the silicone mat for our last one. Alrighty, and so this one is going to have the purple as the main color, the purple and the light purple. So this blue violet that I love so much, and the turquoise and lavender. And I tend to use the turquoise a lot, so I think I'm going to use the lavender and purple as the main colors. How am I going to do this? I'm basically giving myself a foundation so that way when I start to pour the paint on it, it'll move a little bit smoother. Hopefully, we'll see. And I'm keeping it on the corners because I kind of wanted to see if I can do what they usually do in a Dutch pour. But we'll see. We'll see if that works out. And then the tool. Yep, this tool. Okay, so we got my purple. I'm gonna go back over with that since I cover this area just so that my paint will move when I put it there. I'm gonna come in with some of the dark purple. We don't even know what we're doing. We're just by we I mean. I'm gonna push it up over this way and then come back on this. It just might work, you guys. Yep. So I use the same technique that you would with a blow dryer when you're doing a Dutch pour. So sorry if my head and my face are kind of getting in the way there, but I was just pushing the paint around so that I could get it to mix in and kind of create these wispy waves. I probably could bring out the heat gun and get some cells. But I also want to leave it like that. I think that's good. I like how I've got the turquoise still over here. Some of that blue like that. Not if I just get ready. This is gonna come off the side. This definitely had enough paint. If I laid that purple on the all over the canvas first, it definitely helped my paint move a lot better and mix together. I love it. There are a lot of air bubbles, so I may have to get the heat gun. Should I get that? And this is actually going to allow me to let it dry on its own without me messing with the sides. And look at that. So this is what it looks like if you put your base coat and cover the entire canvas first. That way, when you're done pouring and the paint drips on its own, it will be fully covered and you can keep the sides as character. This is so cool. I love this as dripping here, so I'm actually going to remove the canvas off that spin table or the turntable and put it on the silicone mat. This drip here looks nice. Can you see that? I wish I caught that on the silicone mat instead. So yeah, that was that. I definitely enjoyed it. We had this first painting fall off or fly off the table, but it wasn't too much of an issue. So as you can see, this didn't absorb the paint. Instead, it just kind of seeped through my napkin. So that's a good note to have or to know. That it will not protect my surface that's under it, but it definitely will help me when I am cleaning up while the paint is wet. We will be seeing and using this more frequently. This is the turntable. So yeah, you you were able to see that whatever pattern you create on the canvas, if you use the turntable, it will stretch it out for you so that you don't lose the detail while tilting your paint to cover the canvas. So that was just to give you guys an idea of how it looks and how it works. I definitely love this painting here, and I love the colors on this one here. So these two are my favorite from tonight, but I still like all of them. This is the one that I said reminds me of like some Dr. Seuss colors or one of his books. I don't remember which one it is. Oh, The Places You'll Go, I think, maybe. I don't know. And then this is the one that kissed the table. So we have a little imprint here, but it still came out nice. I love it. I love it. I love all of them actually. I always do. And I, of course, enjoyed tonight's session. And I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. Again, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you had fun hanging out with me. If there's any colors, if there's any ideas that you've seen out there with acrylic painting or acrylic pour painting that you want to see done here, let me know. If you have actually attempted doing something or created with me, or you were creating with me, just let me know. Tag me in your creations, tag me in your posts. If you're following me on Instagram, my handle is @NastacioTL. And I'll definitely be posting pictures of these that we created tonight. There's some plain spaces over here on this one. I might blow it. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll leave it. But it's already drying. This big piece over here is really what's bothering me. Because I have this big old thing here. But I'm not going to be silly either. I'm going to move these paintings out of the way before I blow any of the paint from this one elsewhere. And get it on one of my other paintings. So. Kind of gave it a little bit of character. And it's not so much as doesn't have those harsh lines where you could see the colors came together. So it kind of helped it a little. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go back after this is all dry and paint it with the purple or turquoise. But for now, I'm just gonna smooth it out. It's gonna look really nasty with that guacamole color. But yeah, I hope you guys have fun. As always, I enjoy myself. All right, time to clean up. And I will see you guys next week, same place, same time, Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night. See you next week.